Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? Sorry, we're getting a late start. We got to get things ready for, the crusade coming up in India and the conference coming up in Colorado Springs first. Okay, so anyway, here we go. Don't miss today's live broadcast. Starts at 12 noon Eastern. We're going to be playing part 3 and part 4 of my interview of Dr. Chuck Missler about Israel, Psalms 83. The timing couldn't be, it's prophetic. He died yesterday. I'll give you his complete bio and understanding of what a great, great biblical teacher we lost in the brilliant mind of Dr. Chuck Missler. That's today. Plus the Comey questions. The Mueller leaked questions. We're going to share them with you in this broadcast. But first, Brazil, massive fire, a 26-story building in Sao Paulo, Brazil, completely collapses in 90 minutes. We've got video footage for you in the broadcast. There's according to reports, 150 firefighters were battling the blaze, which is thought to have been caused by a gas explosion. This high-rise, 26 floors high, had been occupied by squatters, and firefighters fear more people may have been trapped inside. Witnesses said flames spread quickly from one of the lower floors and set the adjacent building on fire. Like a tsunami, some 50 families had moved into the building in Largo area of the city after the federal police force, which had been using it, vacated it some years ago. Firefighters evacuated the high-rise, but as they were taking out the last of the residents, the building collapsed, killing one man. It was a matter of seconds, but we couldn't save him, said firefighter Max Mina. It felt like a tsunami when the building came down. A 58-year-old woman who lived on the 4th floor told the newspapers, "I could not take anything with me." And Diaz Silva, age 31, told the newspapers she was asleep inside one of the rooms with her 5 children when she was awoken by the screaming. "When people told me there was a fire, I woke up the children and we ran." A nearby hotel had been evacuated. The hotel receptionist told the newspaper he was alerted to the blaze by the shouting. "At first I thought it was a fire, but then I heard people shouting, 'Get out, get out.'" The fire started at 1:20 local time, and the flames spread quickly through this high-rise, completely collapsing it in 90 minutes. What? The governor said this was just an accident waiting to happen, as the residents had resisted leaving. They were squatters, just looking for anywhere to get in out of the rain, folks. Folks homeless everywhere there in Brazil. Just a terrible situation. We'll show you the actual footage of this fire, which is unbelievable. But there's a lot we're going to talk about in our live broadcast. The Chuck Missler interview. Last night we played part 1 and part 2. I interviewed Chuck Missler on October the 20th, 2015. And at that time, I had just come back from Israel, and we talked about Israel, the knife intifada, because I was there during the knife intifada. We talked about Psalms 83, and he kept saying the next big event is going to be Psalms 83. This was an incredible interview about Israel and Iran, and that the war was looming, and that he said the war was going to happen, but that it would be a great event for Israel. I'm going to look at his exact words. He said it would be a positive event for Israel. Psalms 83 would be a positive event. So this is incredible. Now, he died yesterday, Dr. Chuck Missler, so our prayers go out to his family and his entire organization. But the odds of that interview and him dying yesterday, and our discussion is exactly what's happening right now, is just about impossible. But it was very prophetic, and I will play part 3 and 4 for you during our live broadcast today, 12 noon Eastern. Don't miss it. My website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. The prophecies are coming together. We're going to talk about Missler. We're going to talk about the Trump and Mueller's leaked questions. We're going to talk about I have I'm going to take that word secret off the table. I have new information that's not yet published out there in the on the internet yet, but from a very reliable source on the type of factory that where Israel bombed in Syria, that was actually an Iranian nuclear assembly factory underground that they were assembling. And that's what Israel blew up. And that's probably why that the explosion was so powerful, because when they blew up all those missiles and parts down in there, it rocked the place and caused a 2.6 earthquake. Now, this is unconfirmed reports, but my source is very, very, very reliable. So we're just going to wait and see. Because at first they said maybe Israel used a tactical nuke. But no, it sounds like there was a tactical nukes in the bunker that the Iranians had that Israel blew up with that attack. And then there's others saying maybe it was the Americans that actually did the attack. Well, I think it's possible that both did it, but certainly Israel. All right, we'll be back with more. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Netanyahu drops the other shoe, guys. Iran lied. We'll talk about all of that. And the Saudi prince is telling the Palestinians, you need to take the Trump deal or shut up. What? I mean, we got a lot to talk about. Are you serious?